Morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing some throwing and catching with a pair of socks. So if you haven't done so already, go get your pair of socks. Just if you're watching this on YouTube, you can pause the video. If we're in class, Mr. Kress will give you a little bit of time. All right, we're going to have a little fun with the socks. This is a nice, fun modification that we can do at home because the socks are soft. They can bounce off the wall. They're not going to hurt anything. Please don't throw it around anything breakable, though, because I guess that could break something. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to balance. And if you can't balance this on your foot, then you can just balance without the sock on it. But if you want to try, that's fine. So I'm going to press the sock into my shoe like that. And then I am going to put my foot in front of me and balance. We're going to try to balance. Very good. I still have my sock on my shoe. Now, like I said, if you can't put the sock on your shoe, that's okay. All right, we're going to try the other foot. Same thing, I'm going to press that sock into my shoe, kind of give it a little bit of grip there, and I'm going to stand and balance. If you can't get the sock to stay, just try to balance with one foot up. That's fine. Very nice. Okay. All right, got my sock right here. Pulled these from my closet this morning. And I'm going to try to balance on my head. Same thing, I'm going to press it into my head to give it a little bit of grip. Back up just a little bit so you guys can see me. And I'm going to stand with my chin up and my head straight and balance it on my head. There we go. And I'm going to tilt my head forward and catch it in my hands. And let's try that one more time. Let's balance it on our head. And now this time, let's see if we can stand on one foot and balance it on our head. And let's switch feet. And we're going to drop my chin and drop it into my hands. All right, now I'm going to try to balance it on my knee. This one's going to be tough. Remember, you want to press it before you start into your knee, because then the sock kind of shapes to your leg or your foot or whatever you're using. And that'll give you a better chance of holding that in there. Very good. And let's try the other knee. Same thing. I'm going to press that on there just a little bit. And I'm going to hold that up. I like to use my arms for balance. I think it's a little harder when they're down there. I lose my balance, so I like to keep them up like this. And remember, if you just can't get that sock to stick on your knee, then you can just balance without the sock. When we do these, it's fine with me. It is fine with me. All right. Should we try a tricky one? Last balancing one, and then we'll try some throwing and catching. Can you balance it on your shoe? That one's tricky. I got the wall right next to me here, so I got to put my arms a little bent. Have my arms a little bent. Oh, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Let's try the other foot. Remember, if the sock falls off, just keep balancing. You don't want to keep trying to put it on over and over again, because then you won't be practicing your balancing. Very good. Okay, how about a little throwing here? Let's just start with some simple throwing. We're not throwing it so high that we're hitting our ceiling fans or lights or anything. We should not be hitting the ceiling. You're just throwing it a little bit above your head, and you're going to catch it with two hands. So go ahead for two hands. Practice your throwing and catching. Now, the key to making this work, or to doing this well, I should say, is your feet don't move. If you're chasing it, if I'm chasing it, then my throw is not going straight up and down. So I want to go straight up and down and catch. Straight up and down and catch without moving my feet. All right in front of me, gentle little throw, catching with two hands. Go ahead and try it on your own. When you catch, you want to have soft hands. Socks are great for that because they're already soft. You want to bring your hands down with the socks so that it doesn't bounce off your hands. Bean bags are also really good for this. I know not everyone has bean bags at home. We have a ton of them here at the school. You get to play with them whenever we come back to school. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put the socks in one hand. If you are able to catch that successfully without dropping it, what I want you to try to do is you're going to go from one hand to the other. Just a gentle little toss. Remember, we're not firing it really high in the air. Oops, it got away from me. We just want to do a gentle little toss from one side to the other. Oops, almost lost it there. And I want to watch it into my hand. I was looking at the camera and not the socks. So I want to watch it into my hands. Another key element of catching is watching the object into our hands, whether it's a ball, socks, or whatever. And I'm just going left to right. Okay, nice little gentle toss there. I'm not throwing it very high. And practice on your own. Make sure you're keeping your eyes on the socks. And you see my hand comes down each time I catch it. That way, I can maintain control. If I bring my hand up to it as it's coming, it's going to bounce off. So I want to always bring my hand down as I catch it. Bring my hand down as I catch it. All right, so now what we're going to do is a little tossing and clapping. All right, we're going to toss, clap, catch with two hands. Toss, clap, catch with two hands. All right, I want you to try that. Just one clap. All right. If you're able to do that without dropping, I want you to try two claps now. And notice, I'm not hit my microphone. Notice I'm not moving my feet and I'm not hitting the ceiling. It's a gentle toss. My feet are staying in place. My eyes are on the object, and I'm gently catching it in my hands each time. Should go straight up, straight down in front of me. Don't hit your face. Don't hit the walls, the ceiling. You don't want to run and chase it. It's a little gentle toss. Very nice. Okay, I got a really tricky one now. Bonus points here if you can do this. You're going to toss it, clap behind your back, and catch it in front. Catch. Catch. That's a tough one. Remember, same rules apply. Don't move your feet. Don't hit the ceiling. You might have to toss it just a little bit higher. Give yourself time to get your hands back behind you. That's a hard one. That's hard for kindergarten. That's hard for first grade. Second grade, I would expect to be able to do this. So if you're missing this, that's okay. Trying is half the fun. Okay. All right, so now, this one's going to be tough. What we're going to do is we're going to throw it with two hands. You're going to touch your chin, and reach out and catch it. Touch your chin, reach out and catch it. Don't smack your face, okay? Gently touch your hand. Don't smack yourself in the nose, all right? Just a gentle touch with a finger or two. There you go. Same thing, keep your feet still. We're not throwing super hard. This is just a gentle underhand throw like this. We're not throwing it above hand or overhand like that. If you're just a superstar and you want to try to catch with one hand too, that's fine by me. But I think most people will probably want to do two. Hit my microphone again. Oops, I clapped that time. All right, my chin's getting a little red from hitting it. Let's try to pinch our ears. You can pinch with one hand, two hands, whatever you want. You can throw, pinch, and catch. Throw, pinch, and catch. Throw, pinch, and catch. And you can try it with two hands if you want. Try to pinch your earlobes. Part that would get an earring in it. Maybe mom has an earring there. That's the part we're going to pinch. Try to pinch your earlobes. You can do one, or you can do two. Probably one. Let's do one. One will be a little bit easier. Oops, I dropped it. Sorry, excuse me. This is how I keep time of how long I've been recording. I don't want to go too long or not long enough. Okay, now I got a really hard one for you. You might have to throw it just a little bit higher in the air. What I want you to do is you're going to throw it, touch the ground, catch it. And that's tough because you've got to keep your eye on the socks and then come back up and catch it. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. So it's kind of, we're going to get a squat in there too. Good for our legs, good for our muscles. There we go. See, I'm throwing it a little bit higher now. Although you don't. You could catch it low and then bring it back up. So you don't have to throw it super high. Oops, I did miss the ground that time. Whew, my legs are getting tired just doing this one. All right. Okay, so let's try to hold it under our chin. Like this, we're going to lean forward. I want you to catch it with one hand. Under your chin, catch it with one hand. Under your chin, catch it with one hand. All right. And let's see if we can go throw, head, catch. Throw, head, catch. I almost took my eyes off that first one. Throw both hands on the head and catch. Throw both hands on the head and don't smack yourself. Okay, just touch your top of your head gently and catch. Now, if it's going straight up and straight in front of you, you just have to put your hands out in the middle and catch it. But if you have to catch it back here, then it's going to be a lot harder. Sorry. Someone walked into my room. I was kind of waving them off with my gesture. They noticed I was filming, so they left. Okay. All right, you guys are doing a really, really awesome job. Let's see here. There are all sorts of things we can do with throwing and catching. We touch the ground. Oh, let's try a little soccer move just for fun. This will be kind of our bonus skill for today. In soccer, sometimes they do headers, and you use your head to knock the ball forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently toss it, bounce it off our head back into our hands. That's a tough one. Oh, see, Mr. Kress lost it. It bounced off my microphone that time. Let's try it again. There we go. Gentle toss. Just let it hit your head and then off. You want to use the front part of your head, your forehead right here. Okay, don't use your face. Although it's socks, it shouldn't hurt you. And just bounce it forward. And maybe even catch it. I'd say if you can catch it once or twice, you're doing pretty good. I'm missing a whole bunch of them. And I got one more really hard one if you want to try, and I'll just show you, and then I'll probably hit end on my recording here. This one's really hard. It might be more of a first or a second grade. Kinder's going to have a pretty hard time, but hey, we'll show you anyway. We'll have some fun. And what you're going to do is you're going to throw it, and you're going to spin around and catch it. Throw it, and you're going to spin around and catch it. You got to look up as you spin so that you can see the object. Okay? Whew, a little dizzy. Alrighty. Thank you for being here today, class. You can watch this again on YouTube. If you missed class, you can just always check out my videos there and do the activity. This one is meant for kindergarten. First, maybe second. I might do a different one for them. But have fun. Stay safe at home, and I hope to see you soon.